episode, we got our supercharged, fully built C30A up and running, and it is sick, but that's not good enough. Today's mission is to get this NSX up and running off the lift under its own power for the first time in 8 months.
We did it! Let's go!
But before we can do that, we have to take a trip across the pond to our good friends over at Nitron in the UK. Now it feels like we were just here in the UK sharing a cheeky cuppa with our mates and working on the clown shoe, but this time we had to call in a super favor. Our suspension that we had planned for the NSX wasn't going to work out, so we needed an emergency set built for the NSX in just a week's time. And this is coming from the UK. Curtis said, "We got you."
Should be good to go.
The team over in the UK whipped us up the spiciest of the spicy for the suspension setup on the NSX, and Curtis knows the build and knows that I want to track this car. So for Project NSX, we got the Nitron R3 suspension, but with a twist. I have a cool idea for the external canisters, so instead of having them mounted to the shock, I had them divorced, and you guys will see that later on in the video. What I love about Nitron and what makes them the best in the business is everything is done in-house, including part development, machining, building the suspension, dyno testing. Every single set of suspension is hand tested and ran through their in-house shock dyno to make sure they're functioning at top quality. And for me, I can really appreciate this because I got to see it all firsthand when visiting the UK. Having this technology in the NSX is going to completely change the car, because not only do we have the power, we're going to have the handling to put it down. The Nitron R3 system sets the standard for the ultimate performance with a design that offers drivers and engineers unparalleled dampening control. There's just an insane amount of adjustment that you can do on these R3s. And what you're seeing right now is actually my set of R3s for the NSX being tested on the shock dyno. Shout out to Patches for getting all this footage for me. It's really sick to see this. In short, everything works out for a reason. If you're looking for suspension, Nitron is the only answer. Hand built and true quality to last. The NSX is going to feel unlike anything I've ever driven. The R3s are done. Let's head back to the shop. I definitely owe my mates over in the UK a cheeky pint and some fish and chips when we go to SEMA, because I'm going to save you guys a very long story and make it short here. We ordered this suspension Thursday?
Yes.
Today is Monday, and this came from the UK. That is insane. We had a fire drill with our previous suspension that just absolutely would not work on this car, and so we had an SOS send it over to Nitron, and the boys over in the UK made it happen. They spec'd us a fully custom suspension for the NSX, which is going to be absolutely nuts, and this is way better than I could have imagined, and exactly what a build of this caliber needs. These are going to be sick. Nitron is the best of the best suspension, and we are so fortunate enough to know the team over there. You guys saw us in Europe. We spent the entire trip with them, traveling around to Spa, Nürburgring. It was epic, but probably the coolest part was getting to see this suspension in action and where it's actually built and created. Everything Nitron does is built in-house, and I mean, this honestly is just exactly what the NSX needs suspension-wise. This is some of the most beautiful suspension on the market. When you see the Nitron blue and the anodized silver, just get this out. So we had them spec it a little bit different than the R3s actually come on the NSX. We asked for the canisters to be modular and to be external because we want to put these in the engine bay so that when you're looking at the supercharger and the engine setup from the rear hatch glass, you'll be able to see the Nitron canisters sitting right up top. It's going to be absolutely epic. So to really complement our fully built engine, the supercharger, we need this car to feel and drive the best that it possibly can be. And Nitron's going to help us with that. Now, before we get too deep into the NSX, I want to remind you guys that we are giving away our right-hand drive JDM S2000. It is your final and last week to enter in to win. The giveaway ends this coming Monday, is November 3rd, so don't miss your chance to win. Every $1 on the Legend site is one entry in to win, and this Friday we are dropping our all-new Oni collection. It is epic, but currently on the site we have a huge restock that just went live for all of your last-minute entries. You can head over to the first link down in the description box below. That'll take you straight to the Legend site where you guys can get your entries. Every $1 equals one entry in to win this S2000. Don't miss your chance. I cannot believe we are to this point. This is crazy how fast things are moving now. It's been 8 months since this car has moved off of this lift, which is absolutely crazy. We're making our way to the finish line. The car started yesterday, and hopefully today we're gonna be dropping this thing and moving it under its own power. That's wild. Now, you guys probably heard me say this a trillion times, but the purpose of this car was to just make it the ultimate driver's car and really like keep the spirit of the NSX. And we've done that with the supercharged C30. And probably one of my favorite parts about this entire build has been the suspension that we've done. We've redone every single arm, every single bushing, every nut and bolt. This is the furthest that we have ever gone on, number one, a build, but definitely suspension. Already the NSX is a fantastic driving car. I am so excited to see how this thing is actually going to perform with the new bushings, the spoon, rigid collars, and now a proper set of suspension. I mean, this is truthfully the nicest suspension on the market that you can get. I'm very excited to see how this is going to perform. So let's go ahead and get this guy in. Oh man, this nitron blue underneath the suspension is so good. Along with the vapor honed arms and the zinc bolts, that nitron blue stands out so nice. Oh my gosh. Now, we do have the canisters disconnected. We are gonna figure out where we will place the canisters once the suspension's actually installed, but easy enough. Fronts are in, good to go there. We'll move on to the rears. Thankfully, we already had the suspension uninstalled from all the work that we've been doing, so that took one major step off of our plates. Get the suspension in, and it's time for some more good stuff. Nitron suspension installed. We wanted to get this done. Oh, they're here already. Nice. We wanted to get this done ahead of time because it's going to require some fitting and some DIY-ness, especially with our external canisters. But before we can continue on and show you guys what else we have for the rest of the video, we have a special team here to make this car look at its full potential, since this is the first time we are all going to see this thing running on the ground under its own power. Look who we have. What's up, guys? Come here, man. What's up? What's up? House call for today. Let's go. Let's do this. Where's the McGuire's truck? Look who it is. McGuire's has came all the way to the shop to help us clean and polish the NSX. This is a fresh paint job, as you guys have seen, and this is gonna be displayed at the McGuire's booth at SEMA. So if you guys wanna come see this car in person, you can come to the McGuire's outdoor booth where my cars are every year and come see the NSX in person. But we gotta make sure it's in its best condition possible. But we got the whole team, holy moly. Mike, good to see you, man.
Dustin, what's happening, brother? How are you, man?
Thanks for coming all the way out. Give us the rundown. You have a freshly painted car. What's kind of like the caretaking?
Yeah.
What do you want to do to like freshen this and kind of seal the paint up there?
So it's super common when you have a freshly painted car, like it's not good, bad, or one way or the other. Like there's typically always a whole another layer of like finishing that you could do to improve it that much more. You would think you would get a freshly painted car and it's perfect, but there could be sanding marks, there could be just rotary swirls,
which you guys will see on this car.
yeah.
All like, even like, this is just for an example, but all of like the
dust.
compound that leaves, that is left on the car from a fresh paint job. So,
you know, stuff like that. So there's always, you know, more work to be done. So we're trying to get, you know, all the defects out, but leave a good finish behind as well. That's why we always recommend doing a test spot, starting with the least aggressive method, like a polish, yellow pad, see how that goes. You know, look under good lighting, see how it responds from there, defect removal and finish. Yeah, so it's gonna be good.
it's gonna look epic. I feel like it's only right that before we see this car with its new stance on the ground off of the lift, it has to look its best. Since this car is being displayed at McGuire's, we need to make this Formula Red shine. And it's safe to say, Formula Red has never looked this good. And 2 hours later, we have the silkiest mirror-like finish on the Formula Red. It looks fantastic. This is literally like this car just rolled off the factory line. It is crazy what they were able to do to the Formula Red. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Big thank you to the guys from Meguiar's for coming out all the way to the shop to help buff and make sure that this thing is ready 100% for SEMA. Now it's up to Tim and I to fully complete it. And to do that, we're gonna be finishing up the suspension. One of the pieces I've been most excited for and one of the pieces I've been hoarding the longest for the NSX, the wheel setup. I'm very stoked. But right now, since we have the suspension in, we're currently figuring out where we're gonna put our external canisters. And in the rear, I'm really stoked for this because it actually works out where we can put it on the rear strut tower right here so that when you close the rear hatch glass, look at this. Absolutely insane. Don't pay attention to the sticker right now because this is going to get changed so it's oriented in the right position, but that's an absolutely sick location for our external canisters and exactly what I had in my mind when I asked them if they could actually divorce that setup and give us an external line and everything to make this happen. Super sick. Oh, that was good. That is satisfying. That is just a crazy placement for external canisters. That looks so good. And honestly, it's gonna be a whole lot easier for us to adjust our compression and rebound than having to go all the way underneath the car and do it down here like it usually is. But it's just a plus that it looks so fantastic in the engine bay with the supercharger, the new setup. I mean, just really stoked on this, guys. We're making our way to the finish line and everything is really coming together. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot left for the car for me to show you guys.
Pretty dead nuts there.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick, dude.
Try to like mirror them. Now like we just need to move the sticker.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be perfect.
Like honestly, the sticker's lined, but it's just facing the wrong way.
Yeah, rip these off and put them on so that you, when you're actually looking through the back of the car, you'll be able to read Nitron. I think that'll be really cool.
Need to figure out where the rest of the line goes.
Yeah, now the hard part is figuring out where all this goes.
I gotta get it around exhaust, engine.
Fun stuff.
Make sure it just doesn't hit stuff.
Do the honors, shut her down. Oh, that is so epic, dude.
So good.
One step closer, man.
I like that.
I love that. Especially, okay, so there is a big plastic piece that goes here, but having the Nitron canisters peek out in the engine bay is just
like when you're looking at it like this, you can see that sticking out.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It just looks good, and like that Nitron blue just pops in this bay as well. It's just a nice contrasting color for the red, especially with like the ARC box here. It all works in unison. It all works really well together. Lines are ran, plastics are in. We are officially done in the engine bay of this NSX. That is a crazy statement and something wild to see. Wow, this is the official engine bay of the NSX. Everything all said, done. ARC box, Nitron suspension, supercharger. Dude, that looks crazy.
Perfect fit, dude.
Perfect fit. Feels so wild that we're here to this point. Officially time to show you guys the setup for the NSX. All right, for our final piece for today, we've done suspension. We've got this car as clean as it can possibly be. In order to get this thing on the ground, there's one very last and very important thing to do, and that's the wheel and tire setup. Sometimes you guys know me better than myself. I'm a man of class, okay? I like OG things, and for those of you that know me, there's only one wheel that I would ever put on this car. I am so hyped for this, and I'm sure you guys may have seen these in the background over the months and months that we've been building this car, but for the NSX rebuild, the wheels of choice are the OG T37s in the original matte bronze. But we didn't just get any Ts or any OG Ts. We did a specific setup for the NSX. So this is a big, juicy, fat wheel and tire setup. But there's one more thing. For the NSX, there's a really sick fitment and kind of spec setup that you can play around with for the car. For my NSX, I wanted to go real OG. The whole theme of this car was keeping the spirit of the NSX. Back in the 90s, this was a really popular thing to do. We are going with a true staggered setup for the NSX. We've got a 16-inch up front and a 17-inch rear, big fat meaty wheels and tires for the rear to put down the power, and then we've got nice light front wheels. This car is going to feel incredible. Now with the suspension, all the new bushings, ball joints, arms, wheels and tires, this is the complete package, and this is what's going to set it all off. The Formula Red, the original, these are OGTs, so let's get in close real quick. Let me just show you guys these things. The OGTs from production date 2000. These are the OGs with the stickers. These are gonna look absolutely incredible and just go along with the entire period correct theme of this NSX. I am super excited. My dream wheels, and if you don't like them, I don't like you. How about that? Favorite wheels of all time. This is what's gonna set off the NSX from everything else that we've done. Let's go ahead and throw them on and see how she looks. That is unbelievable. Everything I could have wanted and more. The Formula Red and the bronze, it's an unbeatable combo. Dude, this looks ridiculous, Tim.
I'm going for it.
Sender, there's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. Oh God. You guys know, oh! Ooh! You nailed it, dude. Oh my God, I wasn't even ready for this.
Okay.
Holy crap, Tim. Look at this thing. This setup is unbelievable. The 16s up front, the gigantic 17s with the meaty RE71 RSs in the rear. Holy crap, that is on the money, dude, even up front. Wow. I know a thing or two about sizing. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh, dude.
The front's perfect, I think.
I think it's so good. I think it's so good. Yeah, I want to be able to like drive this thing properly and not be afraid of destroying what's coming for the front of this car in the next episode. I think that's literally the perfect fitment, and especially when we get the fender liner back in, Tim, it's gonna add just a little bit right here on the fender, but that fitment is literally on the money, dude. I honestly love this tire size. I like it.
Yeah, I love it too. So like if you were to do a bigger up front, it would like make the car higher, and the stance of this is going to be kind of raked.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be very aggressive, which is exactly what I can't believe I'm looking at it right now. How is this real life? Look at this thing, guys.
If you come here, Dustin, I can show you, but it looks like this one is a tad higher. See that? So I might have to take some off.
One thing we didn't take into account is we took out the brakes, which means we're gonna have to bleed the brakes. It's already really late tonight, but I think we can still get it moving under its power. I said that statement, I have to stick to it. But holy crap, dude. Okay, I realized some of you guys, when I showed the T37s, would be like, T37s again. I don't care. When it comes out looking like this is why I do it. The T37 is classic perfection. And when you get an OG original T37 from the 2000s on a 91 NSX, not much looks better than this. And you guys know, this is my holy grail car. I've done everything that I've really always wanted to do on an NSX. I'm gonna put my favorite setup on. I don't think I could have made a better decision. The 16, 17 look is ultra OG and just honestly makes the entire car. That is so sick. Now, granted, you can't really get a super great look because on the lift still, we've got the wheel rollers on it just in case we can't get it off the lift. It looks freaking money. Now it's time for us to fine tune this, get our ride height adjusted, and then we can get this thing off of the lift. Suspension adjusted, everything's tight. I don't care how late it is, I'm staying true to my word. We are moving this NSX under its own power tonight. The last thing that we have on the list is to bleed the brakes. I am so freaking excited right now. We haven't seen the wheels on with the newly set up suspension or the newly height adjusted suspension, but I think we have it right on the money. It was super close prior. So a couple of pumps on the brake pedal and this thing's coming off the lift. Oh, yeah. Clutch feels, oh, fun.
Is it moving?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it feels great. It's that's gonna be a fun one, but should be okay. For those of you wondering, we did do the Exetti twin disc clutch for this. I have it in the Chaser and I actually really like the way that it felt and should be able to handle all the power that this car is gonna have. Okay, pumping. Tell me when to hold. It's gonna be a late one. Let's try this again. I can't get over it. All right, take two, let's try this again. I think it's literally perfect, dude. Let's get her on the ground and off the lift. Oh my gosh. We've done it. Tim.
Ow.
Dude.
This thing's so low. Do you notice how low this is?
Holy, look at that fitment.
Yeah, I think it nailed it.
It's spot on, dude. Oh my God. Is it time?
You didn't move it. Get it out of here.
8 months. 8 months to get to this point. Everything on this car touched, from chassis to engine. It's time for this thing to drive for the first time ever in this form, for the first time in 8 months off this lift. To what was supposed to be a quick build, quickly turned into an 8-month complete restoration. From heartbreak on a blown engine, oh no, to the nicest car we have ever built in this shop. I think it's safe to say the NSX surprised us all. Tim and I put all of our heart and soul into making this car something I've always dreamed of, and now it's about to pay off. All right, we're doing this. It's gonna be a little sketchy because I don't have a seat. We're gonna fix that in the next episode, but told you guys this thing is getting driven under its own power. We're freaking doing it. Here we go. Okay, Tim, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't believe this right now. Okay. So I am allowed to drive this like 5 to 10 miles, Chris said, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. Tonight is just really just to see this thing rolling. Okay, here we go. It's moving! Oh, it's so good. So sick. It's going out of the shop! Going out of the shop! We did it! Let's go! We did it! Let's go! We've done it! Yes! Oh my God, come here. Come here. Tim, we got an NSX, dude. Look at it.
You know where it is?
Out of the shop, baby.
There's nothing in there
Not
anymore.
on the lift. That's where she is.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah!
Oh, fix that, huh?
Still some kinks. Don't pay attention to that.
Press the brake.
Dude, just look at it. Oh my God. All of our hard work
It really paid off. This thing looks so good.
Dude, I feel like we have really just...
I think we need to do the interior now. 'Cause it's like everything else is in mint condition.
Yes, this is unreal. Look at the engine bay. Listen to the exhaust purr. The exact note that I wanted. When we put load on this thing, all of that induction noise is gonna be right behind your head in the cabin. It's gonna be like, just look at it. It's gonna be a while before we can do that, because we still gotta get this thing tuned. I technically can't drive it. I can do 5 to 10 miles easy light driving to make sure everything is working properly.
Yeah, as soon as it hits 30 miles, we gotta do an oil change.
Yep. Guys, we freaking did it. We did it to the point where this thing drives out of the shop. That doesn't mean we're done. Next episode is gonna be the very last episode before this thing goes to SEMA, and is gonna be one of the most transformative episodes for this NSX. We have interior, we have exterior bits, and we're gonna finally put the stamp of approval and finalize this NSX in time for SEMA. But with that, guys, it's really late. We gotta get going, and we have a very busy day tomorrow because we also pick up a car we haven't even shown you guys yet tomorrow.
Don't remind me.
So,
this is like a flashback of 2 years ago with the WRX.
we're gonna, yeah, it is. We are going to sit here and appreciate the car for a minute, put her back in the garage, and it's time to see you guys in the next one. Oh, we've done it. A sigh of relief is putting it lightly, but we've done it. We are exhausted. We're not quite done because we still have probably some of the coolest stuff to put on the car. Give a little sneak peek for those of you that stayed this long. We have our entire quote-unquote body kit that we're putting on tomorrow. It's gonna really set the entire car off and just the final finishing touches that the NSX really needs. But suspension's on. Huge thank you to Nitron. I cannot express how thankful I am to the Nitron guys. The absolute holy grail suspension, wheel, and tire combo. The TE37s with the RE71 RS, like, I just couldn't have imagined a better setup, and the way that it fits is exactly how I had always imagined it in my head. So I'm super excited, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. We got the NSX back in the shop and ready for our final day tomorrow, which you guys will hopefully see the next day or so. So stay tuned. I'm gonna smash some dinner, watch a new show. I've been watching the Murdaugh show that's on Hulu. Really good. If you guys haven't seen the documentary, you can watch that, then watch this show. It's very entertaining. I'm gonna go only a few episodes in so I can watch it with Tiana when she gets home tomorrow. But I'm gonna try and relax. I gotta edit this video for you guys to hopefully go up tomorrow, so get that knocked out. See you for the next episode. So if you guys have not already, make sure you hit that like button. Leave us a comment down below what you think of the NSX so far. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow along on this crazy journey that we're on, because there's so much left to go. With that, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Oh, you're still here. Thanks for watching this long. If you made it this far, you should consider subscribing right up here, or I guess down below. And YouTube really thinks that you're gonna like this video right over here, so maybe check that one out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's get back to it.